This is
I
Auntie Taye Lolu.
am excited.
Yes, I'm here. The devil is a liar.
Yes, you can say that again. You can say that again.
Yes, I'm here,
So,
ma. I'm here. Okay.
everyone will have Auntie Taye Lolu, Mrs. Akerele Taiwo Agnes, of Raising the Bar with Auntie Taye Lolu, live and direct on the program tonight.
Yes. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Auntie Taye Lolu. I'm a child coach. I'm an adolescent mentor, and I run an active mentorship program. And sometimes I impactfully charge the parents as well. And I'm confident I'm being brought for this program tonight to charge you parents, to lighten you up, to impact knowledge into you. So thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure having you on the program, madam. So, we have most of our time spent on trying to connect. So we'll not be wasting any time. I will not be wasting any time any longer. Let us just go straight to the focus of the day. That is parent and child preference.
Yes.
Before we link up, I said something about two sisters.
No.
They are the only children of the family. They are grown up now and they are married. But they don't talk. They don't relate as sisters, not even as friends, let alone relating as sisters. So that really got me. I was like, that should have been a result of poor parenting or the parents lacking in one area. And someone said it must actually have been the result of child preference, which we can also call child favoritism.
Yes.
So,
yes. You see, a lot of we parents, we make a lot of. Okay, go on.
So, in a very short term, what is child preference or child favoritism?
Okay, in my opinion, I think child favoritism is when a parent intentionally or ignorantly tilts towards favoring a child over the other children or over that child's siblings. A lot of the times, most parents don't do it intentionally. It's just like a subconscious thing. And some of the reasons why some parents do this, they are because of, frivolous and mundane reasons that if you try to find out why is this mother showing favoritism of this child over the other children, you will realize that they are over the most insignificant things, like he looks like me, he's the only boy in the house, he's brilliant, irrelevant things. And most parents don't do this to spite the other children. It's not as if they don't love the other children, but they either consciously or subconsciously show it more to one or to some out of their children. So I think that is my position.
Oh, thank you very much, Ma. Akinola Omolara, thank you very much for coming on the program tonight. God bless you. So, haven't told us what child favoritism is or child preference is. You said something, these days I noticed that all issues are bordering on mothers. Why do you also say mother?
Because realistically now, mothers do this the most because we women, we are more of emotional beings. Men are more logical. When a man will more easily come to himself that it's as if I'm trying to show more love to this one and adjust. But most of us women, we get more swept up by the tide of our emotions. And that is why programs such as this is necessary for especially mothers to check themselves. Because if you would agree with me realistically, we are guilty of that the most. We are. Yes.
Yes, you can say that again. That was why I said this topic affects everyone. I must confess. Yes.
Do you even know, Ma? Please, I crave your indulgence. That a mother can prefer or show love to a child more because his birth was easier. that out of all my children, giving birth to you, it was the easiest. And you will see that mother cuddling and showing more favors to that child because of that. As mundane as that, it can be a cause. Yes.
And especially in a home where we are having all guests and God decided to show mercy and give us a boy.
Yes, yes.
Anyway, having said that, I want to know, because last week when I was trying to introduce the topic to our audience, I told them that you said, when I crave your indulgence on this topic, you said that it is not good. You know, I asked, and you said it is not good, that it do have effect on these children. So I want to ask, what are those effects on the child, bad, on the other siblings that felt as if they are not being favored like the other one? And does this have any effect on the parent now or in the nearest future?
Yes. Okay, thank you, Ma, for the opportunity to navigate these waters further. There are significant dangers attached to child preference or favoritism, amongst which are a sorrowful future for the parents. Most parents that do this do not know that they are endangering their own evening, the evening of their life. Look at the ladies you gave us the example of. They are the only children in the family, and already now they are enemies. How would their mom feel? They won't even be able to take care of their mother or their father properly because they are not united. The Bible says one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. So the parents, it makes the evening of their life and a very sorrowful one. That is a major point. Then also, it causes hatred and disunity amongst the children. It causes hatred and disunity. And there's another point I would like to add that is rather deep, but I would expatiate on it. The Bible says in Genesis 29, verse 31 to 34, is the story of Leah. How Leah was hated. I'm not saying the parents hate the others, but showing favoritism to one depicts a picture of dislike for the others. And so because of this, most times the neglected ones turn out better. Go and find out. The seemingly neglected children usually turn out better in the future. The Bible says that God saw that Leah was hated and made Leah fruitful. Look at Rachel, that was the loved one. She was barren. So these dynamics can even become a barricade that can hinder that your beloved child from becoming successful in future. There are some things in life that are very deep, and if we parents are not careful, Satan will employ us as instruments to destroy even the lives of our own children. So point number 2, I said disunity and hatred. Then point number 3, it endangers the future of the beloved child. And that was where I gave the example of the story of Genesis 29, 31 to 34, the story of Leah and Rachel. And also, the beloved child would have an overrated and overbloated ego, a sense of I'm better than the others. Mommy cannot beat me. The ego is inflated, and such a child does not usually thrive in the outside world. They find it hard to navigate certain waters when they grow up and become independent, because the mother has created an unrealistic sense of pride in their psyche. So summarily, what this point means is that it compromises a healthy sense of self in that preferred child, seemingly preferred child, if you would agree with me. Also, it can lead to poor academic performance. I've realized that children who are coddled, children who are over-pampered, they don't really have very enviable scholastic achievements. Usually, because they have been padded so much to believe that whether I try my best or not, mommy loves me. So they don't have this tendency to strive, to want to become a better version of themselves. They already feel too secure in your love, and they feel no need to even impress you. So for a parent to do that, you are compromising the academic and scholastic achievement of your child, which will ultimately result to a failure when that child grows up. Compared to the ones that seems neglected, it will be a shadow beside them. Okay, and also it reduces the emotional bond between that child and the siblings. I want to caution parents who have the same sex of children and one that is different, that okay, is the only boy, she's the only girl. If you I want you to do a research after now. Most times children that are the only sex in the family, they don't really make it like the others. Go and find out. Go and find 80% of the time. Trace families that have the same sex, maybe 3, then they have one that is different. Trace them and find out, because those ones that are the same sex, they already have a sense of mommy loves that person more than me, so they want to strive to become better. They are hardworking, they are focused, they are trying to carry the love of the parents through other achievements, while the beloved one relaxes and sometimes don't really turn out well in the future. Another danger of child favoritism is that children that are cuddled and pampered like that, they are usually targets of bullies in school. People bully them a lot in school, because when they go out there, other people easily know that there's something with this person. They have a bloated sense of entitlement, even in class. All this, I know it all, I'm the best, So it doesn't even help them to have healthy social relationships. They can't sustain healthy social relationships. They have over-bloated egos. They cannot compromise. They believe I deserve everything that comes to me. And so it affects their performance in school. It makes them target for bullies in school. They cannot build and sustain healthy social relationships. And it causes disunity. It makes parents that do this are endangering themselves the evening of their life. At the evening of your life, if your children cannot surround your table in unity, you have failed as a parent. If your children, rather, cannot surround your table in unity and love, I don't care what money each of your children have, you have failed fatally as a parent. So I want us parents to become guarded. And that is why I'm going to refer to Ecclesiastes 9:11. It says, I have returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, neither the battle to the strong, neither the bread to the wise, or riches to men of understanding, or favor to men of skill, but time and chance happens. Parents, most of you love some of your children based on scholastic achievements. That this child knows book. This is the child that will take care of me at the evening of my life. I want you to know that time and chance happens. Divine opportunity will happen that can place a child over another child at the twinkling of an eye. Do not judge the evening of your children's lives because of their scholastic achievements. Now, school results is not the only basis that makes a child successful in future. The place of time and chance is very profound. Time and chance can bring destiny helpers to that child you think doesn't know book among your children. So be wise. A lot of parents conclude in their mind, ọmọ tó máa tọ́jú mi lọ́jọ́ alẹ́ ni. This one is the one that will give me money in future. This one is generous now. He's the one. Please don't make conclusion concerning your children because of the realities of now. Life is a journey. Dynamics will change. And for your children that are not doing well now, do not give up on them. There's a way a parent can give up on the child and your spirit will disconnect from your child. That is a mystery that I just said. If you give up on your child, your spirit as a mother is like a covering over your child. Of course, we are guardian angels to our children. So if you think because this one doesn't know book, you give up. You don't do it consciously, but most parents, they favor children that know book more. Don't do that. Don't love one child over the others because of book. Many things will still play out in future. There were people that were more brilliant than me in secondary school. They can't stand where I am right now. They can't even, the kind of things, they are not close to me. And they were the A students. So many things will still happen. Try as much as possible. I know sometimes it's difficult because you see that child that has your face, your round face, your pretty nose, and you are seeing yourself in that child. You have a tendency to want to tilt to that child. It's natural. But I want you to rise above. I'm a parent over all my children, and every one of our children are trust from God.
Yes.
We will give account of each and every one of our children. So the place of favoritism must end tonight. The place of preferential treatment must end with this program. You need to have a reality check. You need to have a sober reflection so that the evening of your life will not be bitter. The Lord saw that Leah was hated and he favored Leah with children. The one that was the beloved did not have children when Leah was having children. So be careful. Be careful, be smart. The Bible says wisdom is profitable to direct. This program tonight is wisdom for you. Kẹ́tó sùn ẹ́ pé ẹ̀dọ̀ àti òróró yín. Ọmọ tí mò ń kẹ́ làkẹ́ bàjẹ́ tí mi ìbá fẹ́ kọjọ́ ọ̀la mi ó korò. Mo gbúdọ̀ ṣe àtúnṣe. And I pray God will give you enabling and equivalent grace in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Mommy Tony Olusa. Thank you.
Wow. And as you were speaking, I'm feeling guilty. I'm feeling guilty as if I'm before a judge and I'm like, my Lord, I am guilty. Just temper justice with mercy. That was really a very, it's in-depth, I must confess. That's so in-depth. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And see the vibrancy and the energy you put into it as if let all parents gather and hear this. And I believe they are hearing and we are hearing. Yes, we are hearing and we will actually do the necessary. Now, on a lighter mood, I just want to say this on a lighter mood. You were saying something about parents tend to love children that have their physical stature, appearance, and that. But there's this popular saying, especially from our own part of the world, we Yorubas, the elders believe that if you have a child that looks so much like you, that there's tendency that you fight a lot. You have glitches, you have issues. So do you believe in that, Ma? Or in your research, have you experienced such?
In my research, that they clash and fight has nothing to do with showing favoritism. They clash because maybe their personality type is the same. For example, you're opinionated. You have a child that is opinionated. In spite of the fact that even physically you might not look alike, but that your personality type will make it hard for your child to easily bend to you. Okay? But I know by research and observation that a lot of the times the children that take our physical looks, we tend to tilt towards favoring them somehow. We easily get weak. Maybe you want to beat that child and the child looks up and you see a smaller version of your face. Something in you will melt. Or maybe, okay, let me give this example. A husband that maltreats the wife, that beats the wife. You now have a son that has the image of your husband. There are some times in an angry mood that you might want to, you understand? What this? All of these emotions, we must keep them at the back burner. We are mothers, we are parents. Let us maintain the same standard for our children. Let us stop being judgmental and let us admit and yield ourselves to God. One of the ways we can stop this, because flesh cannot do it. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of stronghold. First and foremost, admit I'm guilty of this thing. Now you yield yourself to God. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him. God, this is me. You made me, you know my weakness. I don't want to show any of my children preferential treatment anymore. I need your help in this dimension. Please help me. You cannot abandon the place of God if you know you want to really change in this area. Involve God and you will feel Him helping you along the way to be able to stop this negative trend.
Thank you very much. Adewumi Stephen Idowu, thank you very much for coming on the program tonight. Thank you very much. Yes, parents, we've had this. We've had this, and I believe we should do something and do it fast. You know, what really got me is that area of you preparing a child is like preparing a bad side for yourself at the long run. That you're preparing a sorrowful future for yourself as a parent. And that will bring me to this question, Ma. This parental favoritism, how does it affect sibling relationship within the family? You know, you've said about the parent and the child that is favored now. You've discussed, you know, you've told us about their performances, that this can actually affect their social life and every aspect of their life. Now let's talk about the other siblings now that feels as if they are not being favored, that the other one is favored ahead of. How will the relationship, does it affect the relationship in the family?
Okay, now I will answer that question by first referring to your opening example about those two sisters. Tell the aggrieved one, the one that feels she's not favored, that one must first come to an understanding that it is not her sister's fault. That child that feels slighted, that they like you more than me, must accept realistically it's not the fault of that other child. It is the fault of the parents. Okay? And concerning the question you asked me now, it causes bitterness and unhealthy gang up amongst the other siblings. You know, it will be like what do they call this thing that happens in Nigerian government? That that happened that kino man pe condite. You know, like a gang up. They will be ganging up against that person, seeing that person like an enemy. Like, you know, it is just not good. Yes, cool. Yes. And apart from that, it breeds ill wishes. They won't wish each other well, genuinely. And there are some spiritual energies, you know, they all came from the same womb. That if they are united, we help them. Even when I pray for my sister, it will work because I love my sister. So the dangers are bound and they are limitless. It will cause gang up, disunity, hatred, negative energy and wishes. There will be negative energy. You understand? I've met a family before where I went for a wedding, I traveled, and the younger sister was about to get married. I sensed from the other sister that she was jealous and angry. I stayed there for 2 days. It was clear. She was jealous, she was bitter, she was angry. So that was why I said initially that the dangers of this favoritism, it will cause bitterness, disunity, hatred, gang up, bullying, negative wishes, come afinu takora won. You understand? Even that one you feel you are favoring, you are endangering the life and future of that child. You are putting that child at peril. That one you think you love, that you are pampering. The older ones or the younger, one let that come and help her. You know, the dangers are bound, ma. They are not something we can conclude upon tonight. They are bound. They are bound, both concerning the siblings, concerning the parents, even most fathers that don't know about this kind of thing. It affects them too. The slighted children, the aggrieved ones, we just grow up and leave the house. Their mind is not there. Come back, maybe a parent calls the child, I'm not feeling fine, I'm broke. Now. So the dangers are bound. And that is why we emphasize again, stop loving a child because of report card. Report card, there are some children that are not A students that will suddenly get to adolescence and have gifts that will make them multimillionaires. I'm telling you something, ma. This raising the bar I'm doing, this mentorship, even if I was not an A student in school, going forward from now, and I don't mean that as a braggart, there's nothing I want to achieve that I can achieve through this NGO. Is it my school report? Even the official job I have is not as fulfilling for me as raising the bar. So sometimes your school score The school scores of your children should not be a basis for favoritism. It is common, especially amongst Yorubas. Ọmọ yẹn mọ̀wé gan, ọmọ ilé ló máa di doctor, ilé ló máa di lawyer. Already you are concluding that this is the one that will be successful. That one that is coming with seed, with this, might just have a talent tomorrow that will blow that child into great wealth. So let us be discerning so that the evening of our life will not be bitter. And before I leave, please, I crave your indulgence. I want to tell you a story. I'm mentoring 2 sisters in Ibadan. The younger one is very scholastic, very academically bright. The older one is skilled, talented. She makes clothes. If anybody is going to party in the area, they will come to their house to do gele and makeup. So she's making little money. So the mother reached out to me that, please help me talk to the elder one, that she should drop all these things. Olodoni, kò mọ nǹkan kan, kò ṣe this, kò ṣe that. Initially, I took it with kid gloves. But okay, those things might be distracting her truly, that she should soft pedal on it. But the mother was edifying this younger one so much. This one that knows book very well. It got to a point I had to caution her. I said, ma, please calm down. This one is not that, she's not this. What do you think she does better than the younger one that knows book? She now said, ó dà pé ó láàánú tiẹ̀, ó láàánú, ìwọ̀nba owó tó ṣì ń rí ó máa ń fakọyọ, you know, she's generous. I now said, ma, I understand that you want me to talk to her, to pedal down on ríran makeup and everything. But please, can you not talk about her so derogatorily? You know, she was painting the other one with so much bright lights and finesse. Let us be careful, parents. May God help us. I can't say much, ma. May God just help us, ma.
That is, you know, this topic is getting me to be somehow emotional, you know. It's making me emotional somehow. You know, thank you very much. You know, I forgot to thank you. I should thank you for hitting some points, you know, hitting some points. I must confess. Even I was not expecting something as deep as this. When I got the post of that lady, I tried to intervene in my own little way, that she should, even if it's just a text or a chat, that she should try to link up with the sister, say hi to the sister, then let her know you're tired of holding up like this. You are sisters. And according to her, they are just 2. There's no brother or no one else as a sibling. They are just 2 with their parents like that. So that she should put it across to her that she's tired of all this and she would like them to come together as sisters. So by the time she came back on the platform, you know, she posted a screenshot of the conversation. Just like you said the other time, that the one that seems to be favored, we have this, you know, overbloated ego, like I am perfect, they love me, this and that. You know, she sent a very long epistle to this other woman, sister, I love you, I'm tired of all these fighting, not talking. I know it's not our fault, so I would like us, how can we meet? When can we talk? That one neglected those messages for like a week or 2. So another time, maybe in a couple of weeks, she sent some other messages again that you never responded to the message that I sent, and you will not believe, ma, the response. The response was, I did not have call credit when you call me, and that was the only thing that lady said. She did not call back, and she did not respond to that long.
The love is already lost.
She did not. That was the only response. Then I now try to encourage the lady that it won't be easy like that. It's not going to be a magic. You people grew up like that. So to now just come suddenly tell her you love her, and she will have the confidence and the belief in you that you actually love her. Now, what brought me to that is, the deed is done now. We all are guilty of this. How can we amend this? I know that those topic will actually help the about to get married now. You know,
Yeah.
they will not fall victim of it as a parent, a mother, or a father. But for us now, we that are already in it, how can we amend this? How do we bring these children together? How do we make sure that this love circulates and, you know, one don't get favored above the other siblings?
Okay, yes. You have already answered the question in your question. Amend. Amend. Let us amend our ways. First, we must admit that I am guilty of this. If you do not come to a point of admittance, there can be no change or improvement. So, number one, a sincere admittance. I am guilty of this, because problem acknowledged is half solved. When you admit that you are guilty of this, the next step is to involve God. Seek the help of God. God, I need you. Because without God, there's no way. You will see yourself that you will just keep falling to it again. God, I need your involvement. Purge me and help me going forward to stop favoritism. Then number three, we must begin to view our children through the same lens. We must stop being judgmental. We must begin to see our children through the same lens by being less judgmental. And number four, for our children that are very scholastic, very academically sound, we must not overpraise them before the others. Overpraise them. That way, result this, that. It makes those favored ones to feel as if I'm better than my elder sister. I'm better than my elder brother. Let us use wisdom. I know that we all like to see the A's in the result of our children. And why I keep going to results is because many parents do this most because of school achievements. That this one is the brilliant one. Ọmọ mi máa bọ̀. Lọ́kàn wọn, eléyìí ló máa tọ́jú mi lọ́jọ́ alẹ́. Oh yeah, you come. This is the one that will take care of me in the evening of my life. Resist the urge and the temptation to overpraise the children that are doing well academically. See your children through the same lens. Be less judgmental of those ones that are still struggling. And lastly, open your eyes of discernment to recognize other areas that your other children are good at. There are some children that don't really know book, but they are very kind. For me, kindness is even a better virtue than book. A child that is kind is a blessing for me than even a child that is coming home with A's. So let us not be blind to the goodness of the other children. You know, even the one that you are saying knows book. You understand? So let us try to, I know it's not easy. That is why I said seek God's help first. Let us try to maintain a balance. Let there be a balance. That one's verbally too much. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ ilé lòun náà every day. Oh yeah, kneel down. Oh yeah, do this. The other ones will begin to feel a sense of I'm better than this one. So let us, I'm not saying you should not spare the rod and spoil the child, but please, let's just be discerning. Let's seek God in our parenting, ultimately. Thank you, ma.
It's been worthwhile on the program tonight. And the way I'm feeling like this should continue, because this is a very broad topic, I must say. Yes. Thank you very
broad. Much. Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma.
You see, child preference, parent and child preference, it's wide. Just like I said, we just took a tip out of it. This is just like a segment of it. Yeah. You know, we haven't said anything about preferring, let's about their career or this. When parents prefer their child to trade their path professionally, and the children are having their own preference.
We have an episode too, if you allow it. Maybe sometimes later there will be a second episode. There should
and there's a clash of interest, you know, in that. You know, we are not going. We're not going into that. But just to let our audience know that this is a very, very broad topic, and it is not one that we can just close up in a GV like that. Oluwa Kemi Mary, Thank you very much for coming on the program. Okay, keep up the good work. Thank you very much. You all are my encouragement. Thank you. Because if you are not watching and you are not commenting, how do I know that the program is impactful? Ibukun Akigbola Falayi, thank you very much. You are a darling. Thank you very much. So if this is the first time you're coming on the program, thank you very much. I hear you. Thank you very much. So back to what we are saying, because we'll be rounding up. You spent a lot of our time and it's interesting, educative. What other thing again?
Thank you.
Maybe I'm the one that is feeling emotional about this now.
Thank you.
I don't know
you,
how other parents are feeling, but I'm trying to look at some past events in the home. You know, when A comes with this request and you don't oblige, and B will not ask and you give it out willingly.
Yes.
Now I'm trying to have,
because the notebook. Yes.
or because of one
Yes.
thing or the other. But I know I'm going to work on that on my own side, and I believe that our other parents too are going to work on that. We all are going to work on that, I believe. Thank you very much, Mrs. Akerele Agnes Taiwo. But before you go, ma, while we were trying to bring you on camera, I tried to tell the audience a little about, you know, just told them things about you. I told them about the mentorship program, and I actually told them that I have one of my girls that
your daughter registered. Yes.
Yes, and I don't regret registering her under your mentorship. I must confess. The open like this.
Thank you. As you already must know, my name is Auntie Taye Lolu. Yes. Yes, I run an active mentorship program for children. Okay. And yes, I do this on a steady note. I have parents who have given me the hands of their children in steady mentorship. And aside from that, I have programs I'm running during the summer holidays. There's a 1-month program currently ongoing for boarding house students. So if you have a child in boarding school, you can chat me or call me on WhatsApp so that we can get the child registered into these 1-month intensive morality classes. I do my programs on Google Meet. It's usually video program where the children will be looking at me and I will be advising them. And if generally you just feel, I don't mind if this lady is my child's mentor. If my child has access to be hearing this lady talk to him or her from time to time, then let's get your child registered into my mentorship program. If you chat me or call me, I will tell you what it entails. The programs we do. Yes, you said, yes, 080, my phone number, 38408948. I come again with that. 08038408948. So you can call me or chat me, ma. What does your mentorship program entail? I want you to be my child's mentor. Like the host said, I'm mentoring a secondary school daughter, and she can attest to the fact that it has been undoubtedly impactful. So I look forward to your calls or messages. Thank you for the opportunity to do this, ma. I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
One more thing. You did not tell the audience about this parenting, right parenting, parenting,
I have a Facebook. Yes, I'm sorry. I have a Facebook group for parents. Just the gathering of parents. Parenting rights with Auntie Taye Lolu. Parenting rights with Auntie Taye Lolu Pratt. So you can search for it on Facebook and join the group, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Toyi. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. It's such a privilege. Thank you.
We should be doing the thanking you of a team for going through the stress for us tonight, you know, trying to link up, changing your location because of the program. That's quite kind of humor, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much, ma.
Thank you so much.
So
bye.
You've had it, try and link up with Auntie Taye Lolu. Give her the hand of your children. She's a godly mentor. And I I can assure you, I don't just tell people about people. I used to tell people about people that I've tested, and that I so much trust. So you can as well link her up on a Facebook page, Parenting Right with Auntie Taye Lolu. And this is where we shall be closing the curtain on the program tonight. I believe you enjoyed this episode, and I believe you're going to work on that your weakness. I see it as a weakness because I'm also guilty of that, though maybe subconsciously, just like Auntie Taye Lolu said, that some they do it intentionally and some we do it unintentionally, unknowingly. We prefer a child above or over other siblings. So I pray that God will help us in amending our ways. And to the singles and the about to get married, you've heard it, and you know it's not too good. It's not a good thing at all to have preference for a child over other siblings. So I believe you won't fall victim of this. Thank you very much, Akinola Omolara. Israel Goldhouse, thank you very much for coming on the program. Egu Jennifer, I appreciate you. Chioma, thank you very much. Thank you. It's been wonderful having you on the program. Akinola Omolara, thank you very much. Adewumi Stephen Idowu, thank you very much. Oluwakemi Mary, thank you very much for coming on the program. Ibukun Akigbola Falayi, thank you very much. Abundant Peace Interior, thank you very much. Though you come late on the program tonight, but I believe you are going to watch the video after this time out at your own time, so that you will know what we actually discussed. We discussed about parent and child preference, which I told you that it's a very, very broad topic, and we're able to attend to just a segment of it. And I believe we'll be coming up again with the other segment of parent and child preference. Don't forget, it is the Family Clinic Life Counseling Session Program, and I am Tony Olusa, the initiator of Family Clinic. We are everywhere, just like this network, everywhere you go. On Facebook, Family Clinic, Adedayo. Oh, thank you very much, sir, for coming on the program tonight. It's good to have you on the program. Thank you very, very much. Young shall grow, so I'm growing. Thank you very much. You can search us up, Family Clinic. It's a group greater. Amen. Amen, sir. Amen. Thank you very much. Family Clinic Group is a group on Facebook where we attend to all issues relating to marriage, homes, relationships, children, our jobs, our business, our life. And that is why I said Family Clinic is all about us, because we attend to everything that bothers so much on us. And I am Tony Olusa. Family Clinic on Facebook, Tony Olusa on Instagram, on TikTok, Beborayo1, on our YouTube channel, Family Clinic with Tony Olusa. If you have any question concerning the program, or you have any issue that is bothering on your relationship, your marriage, or your personal life, don't forget that a problem shared is half solved, if not totally solved. You can come into my messenger box, drop your message, and I want to assure you that your confidentiality is my priority. Yes, I don't just bring you to the open to molestation, stigmatization, or to judgment. No, we don't judge. We don't molest. We don't make jest or mock your situation. What we do by the grace of God is provide possible solutions and grant help that we think will work for you. Let's do this again come next week Sunday, when we shall be coming up with another interesting topic. You know, every week we come with different topics, and it has been interesting and indicative. So don't leave me on this. Just as I used to say, you all are my reasons for staying still on the program. Let's do this together again next week Sunday between the hour of 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Don't forget, put God first in all you do. I am Tony Olusa. Sleep good, wake strong. I love you.